This is familiar, right? Meet John. Once hit his 7-iron over 155 yards, but now he's all the way down at 130, and his scores are getting worse because of it. Now, there are so many issues in John's swing that are common in a lot of golfers. During the backswing, he gets a little bit cupped, making the club face weak. But more importantly, on the downswing, he's not getting those hands ahead of the golf ball. He's throwing the angle away early, resulting in a scoopy contact, thin shots, and also the occasional fat. Well, in this video, we're going to work through several drills to improve that backswing, but more importantly, improve that release.
Free power, I'm swinging it a lot slower to try and ingrain this new feeling.
And start hearing that crunch shot. So you're going to learn a lot in this video.
So let's just bring this to life. We said it's potentially a little bit far away from the ball, so maybe just scoot half an inch, not even that, a little bit closer.
Yeah.
I just see a little bit too much gap.
Okay.
So what I'd really like to improve is this club works great through the takeaway, arms work a little bit deep. And you mentioned in the past you've struggled with quite a flat swing.
Yeah.
So it's not flat, just the arms work a little bit deep. Now there's a correlation with, if you watch this, the more my arms go deep, what does my wrist do?
Yeah.
It cups,
yeah.
the more the face goes open. This is an extreme.
Yeah.
Now if my arms are deep and I put some power on, where does the club fall? This way. Now you don't swing over the top and you actually swing into out, but you do this as a sacrifice to everything else. Stand up, look when my club starts to work, scoop, high on this release.
Yeah.
And that's essentially why your strikes are always, oh, I shouldn't have done that, it's quite painful. I really regret doing that. But that's essentially like your pattern is deep, a little bit over, we'll save it because you're a great golfer and you've got great hand-eye coordination and your brain goes, oh my God, I don't want to do that. I'll go straight. So our first part of this lesson is to really improve where we are in this backswing. Okay, so let me run you through a few positions, then we can start to really dive in this. Any questions, by the way?
No, this is all making sense, because definitely sort of like an early extension of the hips has been a category of my golf for a long time. Yeah,
and it's one of them, you could go, and this is for everybody here, you could go and search how to stop early extension, but if you don't have the club face to facilitate it, and then the right move on the way down, it's the most pointless thing ever.
Yeah.
It really, really is, because there's no way on earth you'd be able to stop early extending and play better golf. Yes, you can stop early extending, but that's actually saving you right now.
Yeah, okay.
That action of I've started here, I stand up, actually shallows out the club, and then you can throw your hands at it, so it'll be in this fashion.
Yeah.
Okay, right. We're not going to hit any shots to begin with, we're going to work through just some feelings, and it's going to feel, the word I'd use is very, very exaggerated.
Okay.
But I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So address that ball for me there, John. So just maybe, like I said, scoot a little closer. I think the setup's really good, but yeah, not much at all. Now, this is what you do right now. Make your backswing for me. So your hands are really quite deep. You're probably a little bit more here.
Okay.
What I want you to feel is, we're going to do a bit of a practice swing here.
Yeah.
Your hands are more in the middle of the chest. So forget moving these hips for me.
Yeah.
Keep the hands in the middle of the chest, and I want to feel this left wrist flatter. Okay. Yeah. That feels different, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Now, this is what I want you to feel, right? So
Okay.
make a few practice swings for me. Then I want to show you a video here of what this actually looks like, because you're thinking, holy cow, this feels strange. So this looks a little different. Now, these are all exaggerated. But look at this, right? That's a beautiful position. You didn't think you could swing longer. But what have you just done?
Yeah, okay.
Now that's because all your length was going around here in this direction. No, but look at me. I fancy myself as quite flexible, but that's as far as I can go.
Yeah.
So now that's a 3/4 backswing.
Yeah.
Whereas before we were sort of around this height.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
Now look how flat the left wrist is. This is a much stronger position. Now this is the first part. We're going to hit sort of 5 to 10 shots away, and then we'll move into the next bit. Okay, so we hit 5 away first, and we'll do 5 away with a little bit of tack on. But this is really interesting to see, because what we should start to see now is, and we might hit a few pull shots to begin with, but I should start to see this distance ramp up quite quickly. So just hit these at what you feel is sort of 70%, okay?
Okay.
I don't want you going after this. I don't need you to.
So we hit several shots around 50% speed, and I was happy with sort of the improvements, but I felt like we needed to give John a little bit more feedback. A little bit more, okay, what did I do? How did I do it? And how do I keep improving? So we put some hack motion data on. Now, during this test, we just worked simply on the backswing. This is the first port of call in this lesson. We want to see this left wrist nice and flat. And in terms of the hack motion data, we want to see a little bit more flexion. Vitally important if we want to move on to the next phase. So we hit several shots, again, around the 50% speed, but really concentrating on feeling more flexion. And we got some great data to support these better shots.
I obviously feel it was coming more out the middle of the face.
Yeah.
And even though I was swinging a lot smoother, softer, to get that feeling locked in, the strike just felt loads better than it has done for a while.
It's now time to move into the downswing. And by gosh, this is where it starts to get interesting, so buckle up.
And I don't want you to look what I'm doing. I want you to tell me what you were feeling here. Feel different?
Yes.
Okay, now why? Tell me why.
Well, because I can feel the toe is turning over.
For sure.
That's the one feeling I got, that there's way more actual club face rotation in that.
Yeah, and that's all relative to what you were doing.
Yes.
So your release was very much that way.
Yeah.
So if you look to that, and everybody here, look at what my strings are doing. They're working more up.
Up. Yeah.
Whereas we want it to feel more. See the difference?
Yes.
So if we hold this up here, let's do a little trade actually.
Yeah.
If you put that in your left hand.
Yeah.
And hold that up just here.
Yeah.
Right? So swing that back for me, round the corner, and get the strings to match my hand. What do we hear? Now look where our wrist is. It's certainly not like this, is it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it feels like I can't feel myself get into that position early when I'm swinging.
Yeah.
So I can definitely feel that if I was delivering a club in this way, it'd be a more downward hit on the ball.
And it's going to have more speed in the right area. So in terms of the sequence of the golf swing, yours is like this, whereas this is going to train you to be more this way.
Extension
yeah, it's always like chicken and egg. Like if you want to stop standing up, these have got to do and communicate better. Because like I said at the start of the video, you could stop standing up and you did it worse.
Yeah.
Really would. Okay, so let's do that again. I want to do a few reps. So the idea of what we're trying to feel here is we're trying to understand this action more. And really using those strings, and along with the hack motion, you can get a real feeling of how the wrist stops throwing it away early. I can keep hearing that in the back of my head. But isn't it great? Because you then get an idea of before I had too much extension, whereas now I'm in here.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let me do this rep for you again. Take it back and come back. Perfect. Okay, so imagine there's a ball, I put a ball up here. What then would happen? This would just carry on, wouldn't it? And then move through.
Okay.
So obviously we're swinging to a point right now. So I'll turn that up so everybody can hear it. And then you'd swing through that. Okay. Yeah. What I want you to do for me now is I'm going to take a video from face on.
Yeah.
Right? So we're trying to get you out of that whole idea of throw it away early, stand up.
Yeah. Make contact, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and because you played for a while and you're a great golfer, you sort of get away with it. Yeah. I want you to imagine I'm going to bounce a ball at this height and you would, woof, you'd be like hitting it away.
Yeah.
But it's almost like the way I describe it, and you said you watched that video of my dad last night, and I said this to my dad, it's like trying to hit a forehand with your backhand, as in forehand topspin with the backhand. So at the end, yeah. So less of that, more and then through.
Okay.
Make sense? Come everybody here. We'll look at this here. Like you just started to make it a little bit this too early.
Yeah.
We want it to feel more this for a bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do 2 more reps for you. So you can imagine if I did it down at the ball, what's leading the way now?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm delivering a club more close, not more sort of down.
Yeah, more down, more shaft lean, turning your 7-iron now into 6-iron, whereas before you would turn your 7-iron to 9-iron, which is why you said you're hitting your 7-iron about what you used to hit your 9-iron.
Yeah.
Can you start to see how these things start to... Okay, right, I'm going to take a video from face on. So everybody that's watching this right now, it's really important that we understand how we then deliver the club. So this is all about the release. But going back to the start of this lesson, if we weren't better up here, we'd have to do so much more to get into this. Yeah. So the golf swing's about managing moving parts. So if you're really cupped and deep, well, I've got to do so much right here to get this. Whereas if I'm flatter, what can I do now? Yes, right. Yeah. I can just hear every time, a bit of feedback. Right, I just want to take a video of this and face on. I want you to do it where you imagine there's a ball.
Yeah.
Go on, let it go. Imagine there's a ball there. Let it, oof. Keep going. I'm going to take some from down the line. Flatten that wrist on the way back. Right. I want you just to tell me what you're feeling there. I want the release to become natural. Natural.
Well,
Can you just hear that? Every time you do it now, what we're hearing? You're hearing like a bit of a duh.
Yeah.
That's what you want to hear. Right around impact, whereas before you wouldn't have had that.
I think that this is going to be an unusual feeling for me, the feeling of the toe releasing over the top of the club. Because I've been much more feeling to deliver a square club face just to
and I actually
hold it off. Yeah.
So if you keep the club face square, what's got to give?
Yeah.
So if I bring this here, literally what's got to give? If I try and keep this square, how do I keep it square? This way. If I put both hands on, how do I keep it square to target? Where's my release go? High, rather than.
Yeah.
So there's a real myth. We don't want to. The club wants to be square to target for a point of time, and then it will release. The golf swing's on an arc around us. If you're trying to keep it square, I get it, because it feels like I can hit it straighter.
Yeah.
But actually it's a detriment to strike, a detriment to distance, and actually a massive detriment to hitting it any distance at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so have a look at this here, and we'll hit 5 away for us. This is really good. And this is essentially your lesson right here in the downswing. Look at you now as you deliver this club. Where's the club? Actually, if we said our club and ball are around about, oh, you actually see where the ball is, the ball on the floor. What have we got? Shaft lean. What did I say I wanted on the way through?
Extension.
Extension, there's some gap of this here. Whereas where was your elbows? Chicken winged, pulled in, but you had to. Okay?
Yeah.
And then if we look at this from down the line, look how much more you're in posture without even trying. I know you're not hitting a ball, so it's not fair to compare. But look at the length of this. Look at this. But watch this. This is impressing me the most.
Yeah.
Your angle of your release. 2 more reps for me, and I'm just going to explain again. We'll do it together. So this is the most important part. I want to keep hearing that. So for everybody here, if I just turn this round, we're screen recording this as well, but we're looking to get it in the little bit of, waiting for it. Hey, a little bit of that just as we're going in. When we do one more with you. So from here, it's letting this just be more bothered about what the wrists are doing. Ooh, and through.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions on this?
No.
Do you think you could hit a shot?
It's going to be interesting.
The first 5 are going to put on a little tee peg. I said this in one of the previous videos. We're trying to learn, we're trying to develop a new skill. So we need a little bit of help. So I want you to hit a few of these with a little tee peg. I want you to imagine I've just bounced that ball.
Yeah.
You're feeling that feel in the backswing, and you're just letting it go on the way down. Let's see it. Let's see it. So we're looking for better distance, a little more carry, not trying to swing it harder. You've already seen, if you get this better, you don't have to hit it harder. Okay, so look at where we were there, in the red.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Nice and relaxed. Okay, 2 more for me. 3 more in fact. Go on, nice and relaxed. Getting better. And 2 more. God, it's a cold one today. It's the coldest day of the year. so just think about this, right? If there was a ball there, would you try and guide it? As in like a tennis ball? You know you would, boof, you'd just let it go, wouldn't you? I think you're still trying to hit this straight.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I know is part of golf, but your feeling and you're associated with keeping it straight is keeping that face pointing to target. Well, to do that, we've already learned we have to be more like this.
Yeah.
That's going to limit our power, it's going to limit our strike. Right, now talk to me about that hit.
All I was thinking about there was trying to sort of turn the club over, my hand over. The actual strike felt not perfect, but a nicer strike.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's go again. I want you to lose the idea that you've got to hit it straight, because you're associating with that as this.
Yeah.
We've got to be woof, more here. Okay, and one more. I'll run this through with you again. Just get this feeling. All the way back and stop. So it's that feeling. Into the ball. Look where we are.
Yeah.
Through.
Okay.
Good. Very nearly. Right, let's try a different drill here. And I often find this, right, would take a few people a few different ways of thinking about it. I want you to explain to me what's got to happen though. So make sure we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
So what's got to happen? What's the wrist doing on the way down? What we're trying to feel?
I think to deliver this club in this sort of way, that the wrist has got to stay pointing down almost for as long as possible.
Okay, an element of that I agree with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to be extending the wrist, but that extension should start at the ball. So I'm actually extending it out to here.
So you're feeling the arms working away from you when you're saying
Yeah.
that, okay.
Yeah.
So what I always think about is, yes, you would feel more of this flexion aspect, so this way. But if I was going to throw in a frisbee, if I take that off you there, like throw a frisbee, are you worried about where that's pointing to impact?
Not
But would your brain go and let it go at the right time?
Yeah, I'd be able to release,
Okay.
release my hand
Right.
at the right time.
Now, there's an element of trust in this. You need to do that feeling,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
Right. So 5 more away from me. And this is a really hard thing to get in our mind. This will be like that feeling of, okay, well, I've got to just let it go as opposed to trying to guide that ball. Much better golf shot. Yeah. Okay, not perfect, I realise that,
Yeah.
but much better, right?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I am releasing the club after the ball or through the ball.
Well done. So again, swing back and stop. Be aggressive with this. Feel on the way down this happening. Oof.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're doing that enough. Like, and the data on here is showing us we're not doing it enough.
Yeah.
It's still in the red, isn't it, on the actual shots? Oh. And 3 more. Nice rhythm, 70% swings. Beautiful golf shot.
Yeah.
So there's glimpses, I've got them here, I'll put them up. So there's glimpses in there of what we're trying to get, right?
Yeah.
Now how did that last one feel before we keep hitting?
Yeah, so smooth and much more release in the club face. I tried to relax everything out here to extend the club out there.
And in terms of, so you're feeling it more through the club face, but let's think about what it's actually doing. What's actually happening there then? What the wrist's doing?
Rolling over?
It would feel more like that because of
Yeah.
what you were doing. Yeah, close. Let's do it again. And this is a really important point. I think a lot of people get this little misconception. So it's going to feel more roll because on the way down, you were lining up early and you were like this, right?
Yeah.
Which is why we were sort of weak and then we had to stand up, right?
Yeah.
To try and make some contact. We're trying to feel now it's...
Okay.
So yes, there's an element...
That almost feels like hooded through the ball is what
Well,
is that
interesting.
feeling that I'm feeling.
So what were you before? Were you hooded or open?
open.
So if we make it stronger and more square, what should it probably feel like?
Yeah.
More hooded and closed.
Yes.
Yeah, by all means. Like, that's almost music to my ears, because at the minute we're coming in and we're way open.
Yeah.
We've got to feel it a little more hooded and...
Yeah.
Go on, go to town on it. This is really important. Go to town on it. So close. Isn't it interesting? You felt you went to town on that. Where did it just go? Yeah. Straight.
Straight, yeah.
Beautiful golf shot.
Yeah.
Interesting again. Where did that just go?
Well, it's gone straight with a draw, so it's just pulled.
It's a little bit left to target.
Yeah.
But in terms of strike and distance, how did you feel that was?
It felt good, yeah. And certainly all I'm focusing on at the moment is trying to release the club.
Perfect.
And I felt like I was getting there with that one. It still doesn't feel natural or smooth.
So hold that club up to me here. So up to hit, perfect. Swing it round the corner and bring it back to me square. Now what we're hearing again.
Yeah, okay.
And then from here, it would just go.
Yeah.
That is the best drill you can do. Wow.
Yeah.
What a golf shot. So it's our slowest swing of the day at 73.3 miles an hour, but our fastest ball speed of the day at 99.3.
Okay, you're right.
So if you were swinging it at the same clubhead speed you were before, what do you think you would get?
Yeah, more like 105 or something.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to screenshot that because that's a corker of a hit.
Now I want you and John to leave this video with another drill, another way of actually knowing if you're improving. So I said, okay, let's use the Hack Motion product and let's do the impact dynamic transition drill. And essentially all this is a half swing full finish. And it's nice and simple. All you want to do is maintain the correct wrist angles and have the hands more forwards than they were at address. Making these half swings makes it a little easier, a little bit more of a feeling to work to. And so going into this for John, we actually started to crack some cracking shots away. Like that real flush noise off the face.
Bear in mind we got a wind off our right quite a lot.
And I think, to be honest, it was down to the fact that if he knew he was doing it right, he was perfect. But more importantly, if he wasn't doing it enough, so wasn't feeling enough flexion, what did he have to do? And without the Hack Motion, he would have had no idea how to do this. So if you want your own Hack Motion product, right now, just click the link down below in the description and you can save up to 5%. So make sure you start taking control of your game, and I would highly recommend this product if you wanted to do this.
Very good. Yeah. Just left it a hair open. Awesome session. Any questions to finish on that for the irons? Before going to driver, what are the 3 biggest differences you felt from that session?
Well, certainly it's a completely new position at the top that actually allowed me to get a bit deeper in the swing, which was fascinating.
Yeah.
Free power, I'm swinging it a lot slower to try and ingrain this new feeling, but I can feel that the ball is coming off the club face a lot hotter than it was previously. And
it's so interesting, we're getting less swing speed, more ball speed, and actually it's going roughly the same distance with less effort. So hopefully in the long run, we'd get to that goal. If you can bump up that swing speed to that 77 miles an hour you were at, not 73, we'd see that 105 ball speed.